The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in week 11.
Let's go, Zach Wilson. Defense, I need y'all to play our game.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 72 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Another run here with Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Jackson now looking to throw on 2nd down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU. It's Zach Wilson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So
he's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Dobbins again on second down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's third down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. On now to punt, Brad Robbins. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Gets past one man. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The Jets at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a first down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson rolling to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
7-7, our score after 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Dalvin Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now it's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6 and bringing it in right side here, Beckham. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. Loose inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Ross. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, Don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
This nigga Lamar ain't even supposed to be in the game. He was just on the ground hurt.
And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Wilson now off the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 43. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 18. A good pickup there, a 22.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Abanikanda. will take this one in. Touchdown, New York.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Good work there. You're going to see on play action, they run an out route with the receiver on the outside and let the tight end work the seam in the area beyond him. A great concept, and it leads to a first down.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime in a past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. On the counter, Gibson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Cook. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Dobbins. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Fighting through it. He's got space. Still going. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 23-yard line. 155 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Wilson. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this. Back now in Baltimore. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now a pause. There's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. Nifty move. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets... They'll take over at their own 27. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They go play action with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cook up the gut. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll go for it. It's Abanikanda. And he will have a Jets 1st down, and that should just about do it.
It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Israel Abanikanda
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll... Score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. lane opens here. He's past the 30. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Ross.
46 yards.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Wilson to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and